We're having some issues. I'm gonna get emotional again. I couldn't remember if you were 92 or 93, but you're 92.
I know, it's absolutely amazing.
And heavenly peace.
Hey, thank you for calling, little girl.
We're practicing. We're gonna sing so.
What heart there? 1, 2, heart there.
Hark the herald angels sing. We're having some issues.
I said,
I loved that so much. I have been doing nursing home ministry since I was in the 7th grade. Even before that, my family has a tradition of going to nursing homes every Christmas Eve and Christmas caroling in the nursing homes. Like, we used to make it a big deal, like have a big party, and we would go to like 3 or 4 nursing homes in one night. And it would always be like on Christmas Eve night, and we would go to the nursing homes and we would pass out candy canes and sing and walk around the whole home. And we did that every year growing up. And then by the time I was in the 7th grade, my school actually, I went to a private school that was homeschooled school, so I went to school 3 days a week, and 2 days a week we stayed home. And one of those stay home days, we would go to a nursing home once a month and participate in a ministry, in a service there. We would sing, we would pray, we would speak, and we would just sit with the people that lived there and hang out with them and talk to them and get to know them and pray with them. And I'm telling you, that is one of the best things I did growing up, because it gives you so much more humility, and it also just like gives you a sense of kindness and compassion. I used to love it. We would go to the nursing home, spend an hour and a half at the nursing home, and then we would all go to In-N-Out and eat In-N-Out all through 7th and 8th grade. That was the best, man. That was fun. But anyways, our church has a nursing home ministry, and I always knew about it, but I didn't know exactly what they did. But we went to a service today. The choir, we all left in the middle of the service, like after we sang, but I think they only had a few more things going on. They were doing like a little puppet skit and probably prayer or something. And the welcome, like they had a PowerPoint slide so that the people could read along while they're talking, which is great because some of them have a really hard time hearing, and especially if we slur our words together, you know. The slide for the welcome said at the very end, it said, we're here to remind you that you matter and that God cares about you. And I think that is so important. I'm gonna get emotional again, I swear. So I've always been very close to my grandparents. And right now they are 93 years old. Both of them, my grandma and my grandpa, and these are my mom's parents. My dad's parents passed away when I was in middle school, but I was close to them too. But my grandparents that are still with us, they are amazing, amazing people. And the last 4 years have been really trying on them, their bodies and their minds, for a lot of different factors, but they're still super, super incredible, amazing people. So I was talking to my mom, because she's, of course, I'm getting a little emotional just because I'm so close to them, like, and I just sang songs to people in a nursing home. That doesn't help the situation at all. And my grandparents put themselves in a, like, assisted living center a long time ago, like, I don't know, almost a decade ago. Probably over a decade ago, they put themselves in an assisted living center because they were just tired of taking care of stuff. And my grandpa was like, yep, it's time, like, or it's just time for us to move. Okay, grandpa, okay. They're in like a really nice facility. But anyways, I was talking to my mom about this because she's obviously having a much harder time dealing with a lot of the stuff with her parents, because these are her parents, like, that's her mom and dad, and they go to her for a lot of stuff. And like, she has 7 brothers and sisters, and I mean, they all have responsibility and take care of grandma and grandpa, but my mom is definitely like one of the go-to people when it comes to my grandparents. And my mom was saying how she feels like there's this void in the church. They don't talk about dealing with aging parents, like coping with that, and like what the word says about it, and how to handle that, because when I really try to wrap my mind, like, I'm emotional about it because it's my grandparents, like, I love them as my grandparents, but like, that's my mom's mom and dad, like, that's her mom and dad. Just really try to wrap your mind around that. And I realized when she said that, I was like, wow, you're so right. I've never heard anyone from the pulpit minister anything about comfort or anything about encouragement on dealing with your parents aging. And I can see, like, I see the need for nursing home ministry, because these people should feel like they still matter, you know? Like, some of them probably get visits from their family, but some of them probably don't. And that makes me sad. And I didn't actually cry, FYI. My eyes watered just a smidget, but I didn't actually cry. But I think I'm gonna call my grandpa right now. I haven't talked to him in a long time. It's a long story. I was at a point in my life where I called him every single day on my lunch breaks. I haven't talked to him in a long time, and I want to. I miss talking to my grandpa. My grandma doesn't really verbally communicate that much anymore, so can't really talk to her on the phone, but my grandpa does. I mean, I'll talk to my grandma on the phone and she'll just like murmur back. Sometimes she does say like my name and stuff. But I think I'm gonna call them. Call your grandma and grandpa! I cannot imagine myself being 92. I couldn't remember if you were 92 or 93, but you're 92, right? Yeah.
One day I go in to see her and she says, oh, there's my sweetheart, my lover, my husband, my blah, blah, blah. The next day I go in and she gets a frown on her face and says, where have you been?
Ah! Wow, Grandma's sharp though. She's always been sharp.
If you walked in there, nobody has said anything about you coming, but if you walked in that room right now, she would know you.
Oh, I know she would.
I know, it's absolutely amazing, her identification. Grandma said she was going to grow up to try to be as smart as you.
Is that what she said, Grandpa? Can you sing a Christmas song with me real quick before you hang up? Let's see, what song's your favorite?
I favorite them all.
You favorite them all?
Don't pick one out I don't know.
How about Silent Night?
All right.
Okay. Or, yeah, because I don't think...
Go ahead and open.
Okay, ready? Silent night,
Night.
holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild,
Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
That was beautiful, Grandpa!
That's the end of that singing now.
Oh, that was beautiful.
The old man has to go back to work.
Oh, Grandpa, Grandpa.
All right, I'll see you then. I gotta go. Goodbye.
Okay, I love you, Grandpa.
Hey, thank you for calling, little girl.
I love you.
Gotta go.
Bye. When he answered, I was like, oh my God, I have to pull over and I have to talk to him and film this so I can remember this forever, and I have to see if he's gonna sing for me. Now my grandpa is like, he's funny, he's super funny, and he'll crack a joke, but he's always hated talking on the phone, like hated it. So the most, and people are amazed, like my family is amazed that I can get my grandpa to talk on the phone to me for like 15 minutes, because that is not, like he's like a 5-minute conversation kind of guy. Even in that conversation we just had, he was like ready to hang up before I asked him to sing a song. And then I asked him to sing, and he was just like, I'm done. At the very end of our conversation, he said, I'm done. I can't talk anymore. I'm done. Okay. Love you, Grandpa. Bye. But did y'all hear that harmony, though? My grandpa, he can sing. He can sing. Call your grandparents. Make sure they know you love them and that you care about them. It's very important. A heating pad around my neck because it is so sore. Like, my body is sore. And I have a really hard time believing I'm this sore from that 4-hour dance session at church yesterday. But yo, like, I'm kind of low-key, like, in pain. Angelo is not feeling well at all. He felt pretty bad last night, and I took out all of my oils and was like rubbing oils on his feet, and we bought a humidifier and had a humidifier in the bedroom. He was drinking lots of tea and lots of water. I got him like pho, and yeah, we were trying all of the natural remedies that we could. And then today, or last night, he was like coughing a lot, and this morning he was coughing a lot. We went to church. He stuck through church, and then he ended up going out to lunch with someone after. But then when he got home, he was on like a really big like high. He was on like a really big high, like he felt good, and then all of a sudden it just like went all the way down. So I made him get in the bed under all the blankets. I did have the heating pad on him for a while to like have him sweat out, you know, whatever this bug is. He did get some stuff to put in the humidifier to like put medicine in the air or something, you know. You know, one of them things. Smells like Vicks Vapor Rub in the bedroom, basically. And we had the oil diffuser going, so he was like, just lots of smells going on in there. Going to the nursing home was awesome. Brought back great memories. Being able to talk to my grandpa was amazing. I've had an issue trying to get a hold of my grandpa for a while because him and my grandma live in separate rooms now at their, you know, community living center, their assisted living center. They live in separate rooms now. So he basically goes and he sits with my grandma all day, and during his lunches and stuff, he'll usually like go back to his room or go to the cafeteria, and then he'll go back and he'll just stay with my grandma. And she sleeps a lot, and she's not too verbal right now. He told me today that he had just came from my grandma's room and she just like slept all morning. He was like, she didn't even wake up today so far, but he said that some days she'll wake up and remember like everything, and then, oh no, some days he'll go into her room and she'll see him and she'll say, oh, there's my boyfriend, there he is. My grandma and grandpa have always called each other boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, they're the most precious #goals couple ever, okay? I don't really know what the point of this conversation was, but it's definitely what happened in my life today. But my grandpa made me smile so much when he sang with me. I love, love, love my grandparents. And if you are blessed enough to have grandparents in your life, or someone that is older who you love, maybe it's not an actual grandparent, maybe it's like an aunt or an uncle that's older, or maybe it's just that really nice lady at church that's older. Do what you can to let them know they matter and that you love them. And before, when I talked about like the people in the nursing homes, how I know some people get visits and some people don't, I think the hardest part, and one of the reasons some of those people might not get visited, is because it's tough to deal with that. Like, from a son or daughter or granddaughter's perspective, like, you know, seeing your loved one in that condition is hard. Like, it's hard. And I know this on so many levels. I could talk to you for hours about this topic, and not just dealing with elderly, but just seeing someone that you care about in a place that is not their best, or seeing someone experience trauma when you really don't have any control over it is tough. Now no longer are you just trying to love on and show compassion to the people you care about, but you're trying to like hold yourself together to not break down in front of them, or not let that moment of sharing that moment with them like destroy the rest of your day. I don't know if this makes any sense to you guys. If you've experienced anything like this, then you totally understand, whether it be with an elderly person or not. It could be a sickness, or it could just be a traumatic situation that you don't have any control over, and it's really hard to deal with that stuff. Maybe I'll talk to you guys a little more in detail about that later. We'll see. Angelo knows I have these, like, I go in these like sugar withdrawals where I like need chocolate and candy, and I've always been like that. So Angelo went to Walgreens earlier today, and that whole top shelf, he filled it with candy. Stay awesome, be you, and keep loving Jesus. Abo. Blah.
And heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.